The Haunted Mansion. A dark and stormy night. The sound of thunder rumbles in the distance. The audience is introduced to the main character, James, a young man in his early 30s, who cautiously steps inside. Act 1. James enters the foyer, his footsteps echoing through the empty mansion. He looks around nervously, but decides to explore further. He moves through the dimly lit hallways, which are adorned with antique furniture and eerie paintings that seem to follow his every move with their eyes. As James continues to explore, he starts hearing strange noises, whispers, footsteps, and doors creaking shut on their own. He tries to rationalize it, attributing the sounds to the old house settling. But the tension builds as the paranormal occurrences become more frequent and intense. Act 2. James finds an old journal belonging to the mansion's previous owner, who had disappeared mysteriously years ago. The journal reveals that the mansion is haunted by the vengeful spirit of a former maid who was wronged by the owner's family. James becomes determined to uncover the truth and put the spirit to rest. James's sanity begins to unravel as he experiences vivid nightmares and encounters the ghostly maid. She appears to him in different parts of the house, always just out of reach, and taunts him with cryptic messages. Act 3. James enlists the help of a paranormal investigator, Lucy, who is skeptical at first but eventually becomes convinced of the mansion's haunting. Together, they perform a seance to communicate with the ghost and learn her story. During the seance, the ghost reveals that she was unjustly accused of theft by the owner's family, resulting in her wrongful termination and eventual death. She blames the family for her suffering and seeks revenge. As James and Lucy dig deeper into the mansion's history, they uncover a dark secret. The owner's family had covered up the maid's theft accusation to protect their reputation, and the real culprit was a family member who had framed her. James confronts the remaining descendants of the owner's family, who are still living in the mansion. The ghostly maid's spirit becomes more violent, and she unleashes her wrath upon the family, trapping them in the mansion. The climax of the story is a terrifying showdown between James, Lucy, and the vengeful spirit. James manages to confront the real culprit and reveal the truth, finally putting the maid's spirit to rest. The mansion is restored to its former peace, and James and Lucy leave, victorious but emotionally drained. Conclusion. The story ends with James and Lucy driving away from the mansion. They exchange a solemn look, knowing that they will never forget the horrors they experienced. As the camera zooms out from the mansion, the audience is left with a sense of eerie mystery, wondering what other secrets may still be hidden within the haunted mansion.